Have you ever heard a story so terrifying it makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up? A story that blurs the line between reality and the supernatural. Today, we're diving into one of the most chilling cases of alleged demonic possession in modern history. A case that captivated and terrified an entire nation. This isn't just a campfire tale. It's the true story of Anneliese Michel. Anneliese was a bright, deeply religious young woman from a small town in Bavaria, Germany. In 1968, at just 16 years old, her life took a dark and terrifying turn. She began experiencing severe convulsions. Doctors diagnosed her with temporal lobe epilepsy, but the medication they prescribed did little to help. Her physical condition worsened, but it was the psychological changes that truly alarmed her family. She started seeing demonic faces. During her daily prayers, she heard voices telling her she was damned. Anneliese became intensely averse to religious objects, holy water, and churches would send her into a state of panic and rage. She would perform hundreds of squats a day until she collapsed from exhaustion, bark like a dog for days, eat spiders and coal, and even bite the head off a dead bird. Her behavior became so extreme and disturbing that her family, devout Catholics, became convinced that she was not suffering from a medical condition, but from demonic possession. Desperate for a solution, her family turned away from modern medicine and sought help from the church. After initially refusing, two priests, Father Arnold Renz and Father Enstald, were eventually granted permission by the Bishop of Wurzburg to perform the rite of exorcism. This decision would set in motion a series of events that would end in tragedy. Over a period of 10 months, from 1975 to 1976, the priests conducted 67 exorcism sessions, some lasting up to 4 hours. During these rites, Anneliese, or rather, the entities supposedly possessing her, spoke in different voices and languages. They identified themselves as some of history's most infamous figures, including Lucifer, Cain, Judas Iscariot, and even Adolf Hitler, all fighting for control of her soul. Much of what we know comes from the 42 hours of audio recordings made during these sessions, recordings that are deeply unsettling to listen to. During this time, Anneliese refused to eat, believing that starving herself would help expel the demons. Her body wasted away. On July 1st, 1976, Anneliese Michel died from malnutrition and dehydration. She was only 23 years old and weighed a mere 68 pounds. Her last words to the priests were, begged for absolution. The day before, she had told her mother, "Mother, I'm afraid." Anneliese's death sparked a national scandal and a highly publicized court case. Her parents and the two priests were charged with negligent homicide. The trial became a battleground between faith and science. The prosecution argued that Anneliese was a mentally ill young woman who needed medical and psychiatric care, not exorcisms. They claimed her behavior was the result of a combination of her epilepsy, religious fanaticism, and psychological distress. The defense, on the other hand, presented the audio tapes as evidence of a genuine possession. In the end, the priests and parents were found guilty of manslaughter resulting from negligence and were sentenced to 6 months in prison, suspended with 3 years of probation. The court concluded that Anneliese's death could have been prevented had they sought medical help in the final weeks of her life. The case forced a nationwide debate about religious freedom, parental responsibility, and the place of ancient rituals in a modern, scientific world. So, what do you think? Was Anneliese Michel truly possessed by demonic forces? Or was she the tragic victim of severe mental illness and religious hysteria? Her story remains a powerful and haunting reminder of the devastating consequences that can arise when faith and medicine collide. The case of Anneliese Michel inspired the film The Exorcism of Emily Rose, but the true story is far more complex and heartbreaking. It continues to be debated and analyzed to this day, a cursed case that truly shocked a nation. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into one of history's most disturbing cases. If you found this story compelling, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores the shadows of our world. Until next time, stay curious.